Fuck yeah, nigga, show them how we balling out here.
And that's how I do it. That's why you gotta like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KI Culture Radio. I'm Coast to Coast, Hakeem Jordan. What's going on? What's going on? What is going
Living
on?
the living the dream.
Hey man, feeling good, feeling great. Cannot complain, man. We ready to get it. Start up a brand new week, a brand new month. So we ready. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it.
So Jordan, you already know what time it is. Let's going on with the sports world. What's going down with the sports world?
All right, let's get it down with the sports world. So, you guys don't know the NBA free agency started last night, and
Yes.
people has been moving around. So, really, the big names. So, Paul George, he's not with the LA Clippers no more. He has signed a 4-year max with the Philadelphia 76ers. Clay Thompson, who played majority of his career in Golden State, is now with the Dallas Mavericks. So the Splash Brothers has broken up. They are finally broken up. They've finally broken up the three duos with Steph, Clay, and Draymond Green. So that Golden State, era is gone. Another more free agency. The Lakers, they're still looking for people. They were trying to get Clay Thompson. Fortunately, that didn't work. He's with the Dallas Mavericks and everything. And so I believe the Lakers are still looking for somebody like DeMar DeRozan for Chicago or Zach LaVine and everything because, yeah, as you guys know, LeBron still hasn't signed his max contract. Rumors are saying that he's going to sign a 1-year deal, but the thing is, he's still waiting on what the Lakers can do. But yeah, so far, the NBA free agency it's been rocking right now. It's been rocking. So some teams got better, and some teams didn't make any changes, and there are some teams who got worse, as we can name a couple teams and everything. So it's been moving. So go ahead, Ronnie, man. Out of this free agency, what team caught your eye that you see and say, okay, this team got really really better, and it should be really really good for next year?
Not that, but shout out to the real Pookie Black House. Shout out to the Ashton Williams. Big Blur is also in the building who will be going live right after us at 7:30 Eastern. Sorry, 7:30 Central Time and 8:30 Eastern Time. Shout out to him. Big Blur's in the building. Shout out to him. But not only that, I think that right now with the free agency, I really like the Dallas move for them to pick up Clay. That's really good because they need another a 3-point shooter, and I think Clay is gonna fill up that gap. I think right now at the point, I think he was just tired of Golden State, especially when it comes to the aspect of Draymond Green, him getting into all those altercations with fights and arguments, and now that him and Steph Curry, they run is just over with. So I think this move, him going to Dallas, is gonna be a great look for Dallas. I see Dallas probably winning it all next year. Shout out to Ken Dog is also in the building. The Mar Father's in the building. So I'm just curious about this free agency too. I'm just upset that the Heat didn't pick nobody up yet. So when the Heat pick somebody up that I like, I'm gonna be excited. Shoot, you even have like a Paul George going to the Sixers, which is also a great look. So Miami, come on, pick up the pace. Go ahead, Akeem.
We all know this dynasties rise and they fall. You know what I mean? We seen that happen when we had LeBron here. Um, and what LeBron, Wade, and the other guy, the 3-pointer guy.
Chris
You know,
Bosh,
Chris Bosh. But what was the other guy?
Ray
The
Allen.
one Ray Allen,
Ray Allen. Ray Allen.
he's a phenomenal player. So it was good to see that. Shout outs to next level, man. Texas is in the building. Texas is in the building, man. So and that's it, man. I'm happy to see them boys scattered. You know what I mean? It's time for some new dynasty to be formed. Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, these free agency has been moving. I think Dallas they got a whole lot better. They definitely got better. With Clay, having to heal him being the third option to score and everything, as Luka being the first and second. So I believe they're. I think with this move, they're definitely gonna get back there and everything. Um, Golden State I'll just say this: Golden State and LA Lakers, they're done. They're done. I mean, they're done with the era. I don't know what Golden State can bring, even if they get DeMar DeRozan. But the thing is, I don't know how that will work because DeMar DeRozan, he's more of a ball handler. He's not much of a catch and shooter like Clay was. And with the LeBron, and also with the Lakers, Lakers. I remember the Los Angeles Lakers. They used to be a destination. Everybody want to go there. but it seems like nobody want to go there. Because that was the case. Who would have been there by now? Why did Clay didn't go? Why did Paul George didn't go? I'm here in LA. That means Lakers not making no noise. So I just want to say that. But one team I really, really like, and they did this before the free agency. They did the trade, and I forgot the trade. And they also saw OG Anunoby, and I like the New York Knicks for some reason. I really, really, really do. I really, really, really do. I like them. I don't know why, but I do. How they played last year, and how next year they're gonna be healthy. Gonna have Julius Randle back. What's that guy they got? Oh, they got the guy from Brooklyn, Mikal Bridges. That's what they got, and he is the elite defender. And I really think, the New York Knicks, that will be the #1 defensive team in the league next year, and they will bring it. So, me, I like New York. Even though Dallas, they did a splash, I like their moves, and also like the Sixers move. I really, really like New York is going, because around this time, there's no dynasties out there. We had a dynasty to Golden State. The past championships we had. We just had Boston won. We had Denver won. We had Golden State won. We never had a back-to-back team, so it's a lot of parity in the NBA right now. So, can Boston win back-to-back next year? Sure, but right now there's not really a dominant team that we can see that's like, oh, they can win back-to-back, or they can win the next 3 out of 4. We don't see that around this time. So for me, New York, stand up. I like you guys coming out next year. Y'all gonna be good. Y'all gonna be legit. That's my take on that.
Until they meet Miami, then we'll have another conversation then. Keep that in mind. Until they meet Miami, we'll have another conversation with Boston and New York again. Mm-hmm. But look out for the Pacers, too. The Pacers got shooters now. Yeah. They just don't got no defense.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. But anyhow, Jordan, let's talk about the money. What's going on with the money?
Okay, let's talk
about the money.
Let's talk about money. We love to talk about money here. We love talking about money. So this time we're going to talk about understanding network and why it's important. We like to talk about network, about millionaires and billionaires. We type in Google, we can see their network and everything. But the thing is, you guys, we all have, not just the billionaires and millionaires have network. We have network as well. We might be net worth of $10,000, $100,000. But I want to tell people, like, you guys, if you guys look at your network, what you guys own, either at debt and everything, all the stuff you own, your house, cars, house, whatever you have, it accumulates to what's your net worth and everything. And we do have a video to really break down what net worth is and everything, because I feel like it's really, really important to see, say, hey, everybody, and the average person does have a net worth. They might not be a millionaire or a billionaire or have high six figures, but you do have a net worth towards yourselves. So like I said, we do have a clip. Go ahead, King, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
The median net worth for families in the U.S. was a little bit over $192,000, according to the Federal Reserve. But what exactly is net worth, and why is it important? So, to break it down for us, we've got Yahoo Finance's very own Molly Moorhead here with us. I mean, what is it at the end of the day?
Well, literally, it is what you own minus what you owe. And the reason it matters is that it's a good gauge of where you are financially, your financial health. It's like a personal economic indicator of how you're doing.
Okay, so we're looking at the calculation here on the screen. I mean, what else is taken into account when we think about what you own versus what you owe here?
Yeah, so what you own are your assets, and you're going to add up all your balances in your bank accounts, your balances in your retirement or investment accounts. If you own real property like a home, all of that minus your debts. So if you have student loans, if you have a mortgage, anything you owe money on is subtracted from the total of your assets, and that gives you a number that is, generally speaking, lower the younger you are. It might even be negative if you graduate college and you've got a bunch of student debt. But then over time, the hope would be as your salary increases, your investments grow, that the number of your net worth will increase.
So once you calculate it, how do you track your net worth over time?
Yeah, so your financial advisor is a great resource here. They can kind of give you that big picture look, and they'll show you how you're doing toward bringing up your net worth. And then, your bank or if you have a Fidelity or Vanguard account, they often can let you link all your accounts, plug in all your numbers, and it'll show it to you. Or you can do, the old school spreadsheet. And it really is a good idea to track it because I think it can be motivating. So and I'm not saying track it every week, but a couple times a year you see that, that debt number come down as you're paying off, a credit card or whatever. And the money you're putting in savings is growing.
40% of all.
Yeah, so that's some little information about, how much the average family household, what they have, as a network and everything. I mean, I know, necessary, we should talk about, as a single person or how our network is, but, which is important as well. But I feel like, knowing your network, you need to go to a financial advisor and see, what your network is and how can you build your network about making more money and, having to own certain things that build your network as well. So go ahead, Hakeem, man. What's your take, man? Talk to us about, about network and how, it's important for you to know.
Brother, I want to first thank you for picking the topic. I think this is very educational and informative for our people to know. So net worth is as serious as understanding budgeting and investing. It's like your health signals for your financial report. And it also can help you to determine if something happens to you, what you leave to your kids or what you leave to your family. That's the importance of net worth, to see, hey, am I lacking in my net worth and what I'm doing? Your life insurance also is counted as your net worth as well. You know what I mean? You bundle those things up. So this is why it's important to understanding your net worth, understanding your financial health, money going in, money going out, to adjust and to prepare for the future.
Very good point. I like the way, Hakeem, how you simplify net worth and liability. That's the thing people can understand. The more liability you have takes away from your net worth. The more assets you have, get rid of the liability you may have during that time. So you want to eliminate the liability so you have a lot of net worth. So a lot of rich people, what they focus on is mostly assets. What can I do so I can increase my assets so I can generate more of my net worth? That's why you got Bill Gates, you got Warren Buffett, you got Elon Musk. They focus a lot on net worth more than liability. See, the problem is with low-minded, the way we think, like poor people, they always say poor people that don't understand how money works. We always focus on liability, say, oh, I need to have the fancier car. But the guy right next to you, like Bill Gates, he's like, I don't need a fancier car. I need to have more businesses. You get what I'm saying? That's going to generate more of my net worth. So I think we need to get into that mindset of, okay, it's time for us to stay away from liability, which you really can't, because we live in a society where there's a lot of consumer debt. However, you can still utilize that for your benefit and still able to capitalize your net worth. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, good point for both of you guys. Gets a little bit of touch with the network. I know for me, I live in a family household, me and my wife, my daughter, and everything. And I know, also looking at this, it gives me an idea. It's like, if you want to get a house and everything, I believe, I'm talking to my wife, maybe we should see a financial advisor and see, how much we make, how much not total budgeting in a way, but also, to see how our network is, what all the stuff that we own, to see what's value and everything. And also, okay, we value at this point, okay, how can we build that, build our network, by maybe being better at budgeting our money, spending on something that we don't need to spend, spend wisely on groceries or anything. I think that's very, very important as well. So, but yeah, having lots of assets, businesses, stocks, Bitcoin, crypto, that would definitely help you, gain more financial success and also build your net worth as well. So, yeah, for me, I just want to say this, if you need help with money, help about budgeting, and also figure out your network, if you can find a financial advisor, in your area, or also you find one, going online, and just see, figure stuff out about your network, figure it out and just see how much you're worth. And after that, see how could I build on it? How can build on your better network and everything, because you don't need to wear, jewelry, nice gold sunglasses to show that you're wealthy. It's all about, how you build your assets. It's very, very simple. Simple as that. That's my take.
That being said, shout out to Jesse Meow, who's also in the building. Shout out to those that are watching on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Thank you guys for always tuning in every time we go live. We really do greatly appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. Guys, make sure to hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell so you will never miss one of our shows. So that being said, Jordan, it's about that time. It's time to deep dive into some interesting topic that was going on over the weekend. Go right ahead, Jordan.
All right, let's go. Let's get it. So, as you guys, the BET Awards was this past Sunday. Shout out to Usher. He won a Lifetime Achievement Award. Everything went well and everything. But what's really, really trending is really with the Sexy Red. So there was a woman who went viral over this weekend, and she was saying she goes off about how Sexy Red and her influence on young women, and she says, I know she's she's not good for the Black community, influencing young girls to be ratchet, nasty, and trifling. So we do have that clip. And then also we had a clip over the weekend of MC Lyte talking about, Sexy Red as well. Why, if Sexy Red see so much backlash with that. So we do have two videos. Hakeem start out with the viral video of the woman. And after that, play the MC Lyte. And after that, we'll chop it up.
I hate that girl. I hate her. I hate her. I wish somebody would make a diss record against her ass. I think I'm about to write a diss. I don't like that bitch. I don't like her at all. Like, she be single-handedly playing in y'all face. And I said to myself, who the fuck is her fan base? This is why I hate when y'all listen to her music. Like, y'all keep saying, like, yeah, man, but the beat hit. I don't give a fuck how much the motherfucking hit. Let me tell you something. Every time I hear that bitch in my motherfucking car, I turn her shit off because I know she detrimental to the Black community. I know she motherfucking influencing young girls to pop they pussy open for a baby. I know that's what that bitch doing. And in the same breath, she's influencing these young girls to be ratchet, nasty, and trifling. And then she's telling y'all that y'all got carpet hair. So not only is she's influencing y'all to do that, but she's also insulting y'all at the same time. I hate that bitch.
She kept it real.
I promise you. I hate the fact that social media make everybody famous. I hate this. That's why every time I see one of my sisters going in on that bitch, I repost, share, like, comment as much as I motherfucking can. As much as I can. If y'all women up here got younger girls, okay, and within their teenage years, please talk to your girls. Please talk to your teenagers about this bitch. Make sure you tell them that this is not the way to go, because I promise you, I hate that girl.
A female rapper. A lot of talk about Sexy Red and her content. She gets a lot of backlash. People feel like it's too vulgar, or, oh my God, the kids are listening to this. What are your thoughts when you see things like that?
Nothing that we see is really new. And so, we've all lived through the advent of My Neck, My Back, Trina, Kim, Foxy, so we lived that. So nothing surprises us, I don't think, as an artist, as a creator. Everyone's always pushing the limits and the boundaries, but also she didn't pop out of a planet. She came from a neighborhood where this is how they speak to one another. This is how they communicate. And so this is definitely art imitating life. And I think it's important for people to know that it appears to me that she's being herself. Whenever you're being yourself, like, how can anybody argue with it?
And as though you are a female rapper. A lot of talk about Sexy Red and her content. She gets a lot of backlash. People feel like it's too vulgar, or, oh my God, the kids are listening.
Yeah, so you know, the one girl she referred out, she doesn't like Sexy Red, and MC Light, she made a point about, you know, how sexy, you know, how Sexy Red really is, and that she, being in the game for, so MC Light been in the game for over 30 plus years. You know, she was definitely one of the first MCs who ever did it and everything. So she see, you know, looking at the industry, she sees what's going on with Sexy Red, which is very, very interesting. So, but yeah, man, this is a very interesting topic. But go ahead, Ronnie, what's your take, man, about what MC Light said about Sexy Red?
Odell, so here's the thing. We can't be hypocritical. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're being very hypocritical because why we didn't do the same thing when it came to Little Kim, when it came to Eve, when it came to all Trina, when it came to all these other women that was in the game doing the same thing she doing, Shukiana. So we can't be like, oh, we hate Sexy Red when girls that we was growing up with was doing the same exact thing. So I can't be too mad at her because I understand how the industry run. That's what they want to promote, and that's what's happening now. It's been promoted, and that's what people are listening to. At the end of the day, a lot of people are still going to continue to listen to Sexy Red because you can saw at the BET Award when her song came on, a lot of people in the audience who was up in age was singing her lyrics. So if they really had a problem with Sexy Red, she would have been in council a long time ago, and I don't think they have a problem with it. I think they are upset that the hood rat culture is starting to be more and more popular in this time of this generation, which is not good for our community, which I do agree it is not good for our community. However, that's what they're promoting and that's what people are receiving. Doesn't make it right though. Go ahead, Akeem.
So for me, you made a point, but MC Light did say something is at every point of our life in music, we have all judged a woman that has been extra provocative. Doesn't matter who you think. There was people in the 60s, in the 70s. We can pick one woman from there who has pushed the boundaries. Doesn't say it right. Doesn't say we like it. But at the end of the day, we control what our kids watch and hear. And we control what we watch and hear. So when you turn on her music, you're supporting her. When you go to her concert, you're supporting her. I don't support that. I listen to Janelle Monáe, Jasmine Sullivan, Vivian Green, you know what I mean? Lettucey. Do I need to keep going? These are modest, beautiful, good-looking women. Carrie Hilson, women who I've never even seen naked before. Kelly Price. So you know what I mean? When you listen and you understand what is provocative, what do you want your kids to represent? You control that. But it does hurt us in a sense because Sexy Red, as she come out, the funny thing about people is all it takes is one person to associate you with them just because they might look similar to you.
That's a really, really good point, Hakeem. Oh, shout out to Bobby Brown. She's in the building.
Yeah, shout out to you,
Bobby.
Brian. Bobby.
Pretty brown, driving me wild.
But yeah, go back to Sexy Red and everything. I feel like, with Sexy Red, she's, going back where she's from, St. Louis and everything, she probably was influenced by maybe a Little Kim or a Trina or something like that. So, in the neighborhood that she was from, this is what she knows and everything. And, and that's why she wanted to do what she's doing right now. I just feel like, not just the Sexy Red, but, just ratchet culture, this went up to the whole nother level. Not just with Sexy Red, but with Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Gorilla, as you see, ratchet music has jumped to the next level. And, as you can see, it's getting a little bit more mainstream and everything. I think one of the reasons about that is, definitely was how, social media has an impact on ratchet music. I think social media have, made it a little bit more, helped ratchet music be a little bit more popular than it was, 10, 20, 30 years ago, because the thing is like, if a Little Kim was in this era, or Trina was in this era, or Khalees and all the other women that was in the 90s and 2000s that was in this era and everything, they will be just as big as these gorillas, Sexy Reds, Megan Thee Stallion and everything. So it's just how it, it's just how it is, and then like I said, there'll be a next generation. There'll be somebody, a next Sexy Red or next Little Kim or next Trina or Megan Thee Stallion, something like that, because there's a lot of women who are, see them as idols, and they want to do what they want to do, and you're gonna see that generation after generation after generation. Now, it's for you guys, it's to control what your kids see in the household, what they see in their TVs, what they see in their phones, what they see on their tablets and everything, and the thing is, these women would tell you, these music is, they would tell you in interviews, this music is not for kids. I heard Sukihana said that, this is what I do, this is what I work. See, sexy, I don't play this stuff with my kids. Cardi B said the same thing, I do ratchet stuff, but I'm not gonna show my kids that and everything. And it is what it is with that. So, it's really for ratchet music is for grown adults, 20 years old and up. It's really for grown adults. It's not for teenagers and everything. So the problem is, whoever, if your parents, if you let your kids, find these sexy reds, or you hearing it from the car and everything, just switch your channel or switch the video and everything, because you have the power to switch the radio channel, play something else and everything, because they are mainstream. They get more mainstream and everything. And like I said, it's your job to switch the channel or switch off your television and everything, keep it locked and everything. Because like I said, these women to tell you, our music is for grown women. It's not for kids. It's definitely not for kids. So even though they might perform at, awards show, the BET Music Awards and everything, you could, like I say, they might be performing for 4 or 5 minutes, you could block it for a minute and then turn it back on and everything. It's really, really simple as that. So yeah, like I said, the ratchet music is turned up to another level, as we see. And it's either and the thing is like with the Megan Thee Stallion, the Sexy Red, who are they gonna pass the torch to somebody else to make ratchet music more bigger? But the thing is, it's like, it's up to you. If you guys listening tonight, if you upload it on your Spotify, your Pandora, your Apple Music and everything, you guys following on their Instagrams, on Facebook and anything like that. So, and that's how they get popular, because social media, even though ratchet music is there, social media can multiply that times 2, times 3, times 4. And as we see that with Sexy Red and everything. So yeah, man, I agree with MC Light about it. It's just the torch is getting passed around, but it is up to you guys if you guys want to listen to it or not. Simple as that. Simple as that. Anything else you guys say about that, Hakeem?
No, actually, that I'm really that, but we already know, we like people. It's common sense, and the fact that last thing I'm gonna say this, and the fact that women want to say, hey, you hear the argument that, oh, but black men make gangster music and drill and kill people. We don't like that shit either.
Right.
So both are no good. Let's get all that shit up out of here. That's it.
Right. And that's true. And the thing is, it's like, we don't have to listen to it, even though it like I said, rap music, it goes to other type of people, white people in the suburbans, because like I said, I've been to concerts, I've been to festivals and everything. When I see like Sexy Reds or A$AP Rocky or Balado go to the stage, it's majority, Hispanics and and white people. They enjoy the stuff and everything. I just want to say that. So, and that's how it is on that. So, but I think it's up to us, for us, we can control that in our community. And like I said, and we could say, Sexy Reds, they don't represent us. That's just entertainers. That's what they do. But as a black, people in our black community, we can say, hey, that's not our representation. We do not represent that. Point blank, period.
Fact.
All right. On to the next topic. Let's talk about a former wow, he went viral. So a former #1 pick NFL player, Jamarcus Russell, he used to play for the NFL Oakland Raiders. He was a #1 pick, and then after that he became one of the worst busts of all time. And so apparently he has, he was a coach for a high school player. And firstly, he has got fired for accusing of being a thief, of stealing money for the team that he coached. And I think it was like $73,000, something like that, which is crazy. But other than that, let's get a deep dive into it. Let's play the clip, Hakeem, and after that, we'll chop it up.
fired from his volunteer high school assistant coaching job and accused in a lawsuit of stealing donations meant for the school, according to multiple reports. The firing apparently came several months ago, but was just confirmed by school officials in Mobile County, Ayla. Jamarcus Russell was relieved of his volunteer coaching duties at Williamson High School during the fall of last year. Mobile County Public Schools said in a statement to WKRG Sports on Friday. The former Oakland Raiders quarterback also is facing a lawsuit accusing him of taking a $74,000 check intended as a donation to the school, his alma mater, and keeping the money for himself. According to reports, local business owner Chris Knowles said Russell approached him to help fund new weight room equipment for the school's football team. Knowles alleged Russell deposited the money into a credit union, immediately withdrawing $55,000 for himself. Russell, 38, has now been ordered to stay away from the campus. Earlier this week, it was reiterated to Mr. Russell that he is not permitted to be around the football program or on school campus, the school district said in a statement to WKRG, after Russell reportedly showed up to a school football team event. Russell played 3 seasons at LSU, where he threw for 6,625 yards and 52 touchdowns before signing a 6-year deal with the Raiders worth close to $68 million. However, Russell flopped in the NFL and is considered one of the biggest draft busts in NFL history. He appeared in 31 games, 25 starts, over 3 seasons, finishing with a 52.1% completion rate, 4,083 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 23 interceptions. His record was 7-18. After he was released before the 2010 season, Russell and the Raiders spent the next several years in disputes over the contract, with the Raiders trying to recoup some of their losses. Ultimately, the Raiders paid Russell $3 million in a 2013 settlement, making a total of approximately $40 million for Russell's 3 years of service.
A few weeks ago, I put out a video about the 20 class.
I'm going to take this, Hakeem. Let me go first. I'm going to say this about Jamarcus Russell. He is a thief. Always a thief. Always will be a thief. He is a straight up thief. He went into the league as a number 1 overall pick. I think he got 40-something million guaranteed, and never did anything to improve his game. There was a rumor, Hakeem. I'm telling you the story. There was a rumor, right? I think it was his first season, right? Offensive coordinator gave him a book of plays to read upon, right? Gave him like a big book, read overnight. The next day we'll go over it. He went there the next day, right, Hakeem? And offensive coordinator, you made the majority of the plays? He said, oh, yeah, I did. So they went into a room, played the film, and they was playing the film. Okay, let's discuss the plays and everything. And they was going over the plays. This man didn't know anything. As the number 1 pick, he did not. He was just lazy. He stole money from the Oakland Raiders, played for 3 years, and they released him. Now we hear this story. I saw this story. I'm not surprised. This man's a thief. Always a thief. Always want to steal money. So come on, how you gonna steal from kids, yo? How the hell you gonna steal from kids?
That's sad.
That's sad. That's sad. And like I said, I saw this in the NFL. You see it in the schools and everything. So this man cannot be trusted whatsoever. This school gave you a job. You do have experience not just playing the NFL, but also playing the college too. Because at the college, you was a number one player in the college at the time. That's why he was drafted number 1 at LSU. He had a cannon from the arm in the college and everything. He was the number 1 pick, but once he got in the NFL, he started being lazy and he didn't want to do anything. And technically, he was just stealing money for Oakland Raiders till they cut him. Now, 15, 16, 17 years later, he's coaching the school now, and now they had to fire him because he's allegedly stealing money. This man is a thief. He should be nowhere near kids for what he did. He should be nowhere near college, NFL, whatever. Because if you give him some money, he's gonna tell you, "I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna be lazy. I'm just gonna steal the money." Point blank. Period. Go ahead, Hakeem.
No, you're right, man. I think this also is a testament too. Not everybody's gonna make it like that. Everybody is just regular people at that time, and he proved us to just that somebody who fumbled the bag. So you know what I mean. And sometimes it takes time to show a person's character and is indicative. You know what I mean. But it is hurtful that you would go seek out funds and then take it to yourself. It just sounds like some nigga shit at the end of the day. So you know what I mean. God bless him and hope he can seek God's help and then donate that money back. Shout outs to Joe Don't Hurt Him.
Shout out to Joe Don't Hurt Him. No, Ashton, he's a thief. He's not. I'm talking about. I know what a thief is, and he's a straight up thief. He is a thief. I wish we had an emoji of a person stealing a bag of money, speaking a bag of cash, because his face should be on it right there. He is a bona fide thief. Hey, people, watch out for Jamarcus Ruggles. He's a thief. I don't care if he's watching this. He's a thief. He's a straight up thief. Point blank. Period. You are a thief. Period. All right, people. Next to the next topic. So we're gonna talk about Erica Banks. So I think we talked about this on a topic maybe a month or two ago about chaotic. They used to date and everything, and he had to break up with Erica Banks because she wants so many things, and also she said because he was begging, but he's a beggar and she don't like begging men. And we saw that clip, and we had our content. So the conversation came up again back in the BET Awards weekend and everything, and the conversation came back about how she don't like begging men, and she kind of explained herself of why she said it. But other than that, I played a clip about Erica Banks. I'm talking about how she don't like complaining men and begging men. She go a little bit of detail, so she gave like a demonstration of what she's talking about.
I don't like men who complain, also known as nagging. Okay, I'm glad you said this so I can clarify.
Example.
So, example, you and your man going somewhere and you ask him to drive. Oh damn, babe, I always drive. Why you can't drive this time? Damn,
damn, that's nagging.
I can't never just. That's nagging.
Oh,
it's literally driving. Oh my God.
Is this through experience?
Yeah.
and you probably don't even like driving.
Yeah.
You don't like driving?
I hate driving, but I will.
Princess.
But I will though. I will. I want to be on my
princess.
phone, take my little videos.
Exactly.
Nah. I said I don't like men who complain.
Shout out to Natasha Vincent, our mother. She is in here. We appreciate you, Natasha. We appreciate you. Oh, shout out to on Twitch. How was it? I regret jumping. Oh man, appreciate you, man. So we got watching for Twitch, man. So we appreciate you. So yeah, man, Hakeem, she kind of explained about, her, definitely kind of an example of how she don't like naggers when it comes to like cars or do a couple of chores and everything. If you nag once, it's just a big turn off. We talked about this before, and we're gonna talk about this again, kind of iterate of what we was talking about before, and now we're gonna talk about it now. So go ahead, Hakeem, man. What's your take on what she was saying?
So for me, it's just ironic because what about her nagging? So there's a double standard. So if a man has an issue with something, he can't say nothing, but it's okay for you to say something. This is why relationships are unequal, but also that's just that type of person. So if you feel like she feel like she's so high and mighty that nobody can complain, you just got to be happy just to deal with her and just do what she say. No, nobody ain't living like that. Like nobody, you're not even a top tier woman. Yo, she's dated all kinds of men in this industry. Chaotic. She's dated Finesse 2 times. None of them guys stayed with her. So if you can't get a basic man to stay with you, because they're basic, don't look at them having money or them being in entertainment. Those are basic hood guys, and they won't stay with you. And that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I regret jumping. For your question, I seen just pretend like it never happened. That's just me. I would pretend like it never
You could
happened.
be trolling, man.
Yeah. I think he's trolling, but
Yeah.
like I'll just tell you, that would never happen. But anyways, back to Erica Banks, man. But yeah, man, I just heard that she's a lot. She's too much. She's too much. I believe Chaotic was talking about, you know, she's more like a keep it up with the Joneses and everything.
Yeah.
You know, she'll spend stacks and stacks and stacks on going out to shopping, you know, going out to restaurants, and it's do whatever, you know. She's very, very materialistic and everything, you know. As you see, you know, I believe she got 2 BBLs, which if you seen, like I said, if y'all seen her BBL, type in Erica Banks, go on Instagram, and you'll see what we talking about, because that BBL, I ain't gonna say, y'all just gotta say it for yourself. But yeah, with Erica Banks, y'all, she's just very, very materialistic, man. She, you know, she wants to do everything, keeping up with the Joneses. She want to spend, you know, and that's what she likes and everything. That really turns her on. But the thing is like, you know, we spend on, you know, materialistic things, on jewelry, cars, all that type of stuff. And like I said, but what does that mean and everything, you know? But what are you doing, you know, try to create businesses or anything like that? You know, what are you doing trying to save your money or buy stocks or anything like that? What are you doing to grow your money instead of getting cash and just throw it away, getting some luxury things, you know? And, you know, and like I said, and like you said, Hakeem, you know, Finesse 2 times and Chaotic, you know, they just tied up in it and everything. And the thing is like, we see that, you know, in a lot of men, you know, who's in that tax bracket, you know, who makes, you know, around the 6 figures or makes as much as her or more. They don't want to deal with women like that. If you keep spending your money like that, she ain't gonna find a right mate. Look, you know, just to spend money, all that type of things like that. And the thing is, it's like, you know, there are some times, like I said, a man don't feel like driving and everything, or feel like doing the basic stuff, you know. I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong for a man, you know, complain maybe once or time. I think there's a thin line of over complaining, but if a man complains, let that man complain, you know.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, I might be tired. I've been working all day, you know. I'm aching or something like that. I don't feel like doing this and everything. And you know, for her, it's unacceptable for her. And the thing is, it's unacceptable for all the men. Just don't deal with it. You don't have to deal with that. You know, let her do what she do. You know, there might be some type of man who maybe it's a trick, who might do those type of things because, you know, they might never had a woman that looked like her or something like that and anything like that. So, yeah, man, with Erica Banks, because going back to what she said, yo, yeah, man, me, Hakeem, if Ronnie was here, we already know what this is. You know, she just want money.
Right.
Like, spend.
Hey, now we see it now. Shout out to Sherry Bryant.
Oh, shout out to Sherry Bryant.
We didn't see your comments, baby.
Yeah, we see your comment. We saw Bobby.
We saw Bobby. My bad, baby.
Yeah, we see you. We see you, Sherry. We saw Bobby's. We didn't see yours.
Yeah. Maybe come out.
Yeah. Let me see. Go through. There we go.
Yeah, pretty brown, driving me. Well,
yeah. Come on, Sherry. You know it's a problem. If we wait too long, you know, if you don't see something, you know, we didn't see you.
We didn't see you, baby.
Yeah.
Listen. You know I'll never put nobody before you.
Right. Yeah, because on our end we have our comments on the side right here on Restream. So, and the thing is, we see every comments for Facebook, not Instagram, on YouTube and Kick and everything. We didn't see yours, but we see you now. Oh, Shayla's in the house.
Whoa.
Shayla's in the house. She's in here.
You can B-U-D-D-Y on the side. You can B-U-D-D-Y on the side. What's up, Jalen?
What's up, Jalen? Yeah. All right. Anything else you got with this topic for the next one, Hakeem?
Nah. That was it. That was it for me.
Okay, let's turn to a different topic. Let's talk about this. And I think Ronnie sent it to me, and we're gonna do a 180 on this one. So there was 2 women who went viral, and these 2 women, they sound legit, and I wish people keep sharing and keep liking this, because these are the type of women who are down for their partners, and if anything goes wrong, they are 100% locked in with their boyfriends, husbands, and partners and everything. And I saw this. I saw this viral video, and I couldn't believe it. And I wish more people would share something like this instead of videos is like take me to these nice fancy restaurants. And man, gotta make a certain amount of money and everything. But go ahead. Other than that, okay. Oh, shout out to Sophia Grace.
Sophia Grace.
Miss Grace. Gracing us with her presence. We appreciate you, Miss Grace. But other than that, Hakeem, play the video, and after that, we're gonna chop it up.
Ask me for 5 bands, 10 bands right
10,
now.
11, 30, 40, 50. Nah. You got it, baby. Whatever you need. Whatever
And y'all always be asking top of some fucking 50-50. Bitch, if my man need me to go 50-50 with him, I got you, baby.
Oh my God.
I said this on my life. I swear. I went through all this. If you in love with somebody and they need you to go 50-50 with them, 75-50, whatever the it is, not 75-50, 75-25, all that.
Even sometimes if you gotta step and do, you gotta do 90, they gotta do 10. That's what we're asking. When it's coming, I ain't gonna lie. With me and Kaya, that's how we was raised. You have to take care of the household. It's not even about the men. It's about the household. It's about the household. So whatever your household need, you take care of it. And that's why, again, everybody be like, oh, I need me a Kaya and Kaya.
Bitch, I'm gonna be honest, I already said this. I told you I'm not easy. I'm not easy at all.
Listen, as a friend,
I'm
she's
2
not
hands full, ankles, feet, all that full.
As a girlfriend,
and I'm emotional.
She's not. She's not easy.
If y'all ask one if Kaya easy, you gonna be like, no.
She's a lot.
But my man asked me for 5 bands, 10 bands right
10,
now.
11, 30, 40, 50. Nah. You got it.
Hey, Hakeem, man, I know this video warms your heart, man. These are some, I'm gonna go. These are some ride or die women. And the thing is, I want to know who their parents are.
Basically.
And not just who their parents are, where is they circle at? Where they circle? Because there's 2 of them. So I know they're in a circle of women who will take care of their partners and everything. Now, going with what they're saying, man, this is how a family works. This is how two people works in a partnership, and this right here is very, very successful. This is very, very successful to live and everything. This just warms on my heart, man. And I want to say shout out to the women that's out there talking this type of things, to who's on Instagram, who's on TikTok, and it's not pushed enough, because this right here needs to be pushed more. Because that's how a household works. This is how a partnership works. When you both help each other out, because like I said, we're in a time when everything's expensive, inflation's high, gas is up, rent is up, house, buying a house is up, grocery is up, everything is up. And just to see, hear good things about what these 2 women are saying, it should warm every man's heart and woman's hearts as well, because we just want to work together, and this is what we all about. Seriously, Chaos Coach Radio. We all want to say, men and women, we're here to work together, to be together, and love and to love each other, and that's what we all about. And it's good to hear women like that speaking. Like, if anything's go down, I am a ride or die. Whatever you need from me, I'm gonna do. If you lose a job, don't worry, I got you, babe, till you get back on your feet. Simple. And I know this won't be hot, Hakeem, but go ahead.
When you have a woman who understands the assignment, praise the Lord, hallelujah. They understand the assignment. Cut the check, baby. Support your man. Some of y'all have archaic ideas. They understand. They want to ride or die with their man 100%. Spend some money on your man. I'm looking for somebody to spend money on me. Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle. Drizzle, drizzle. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But this is why a lot of men are not optimistic about relationships, because lots of time is one-sided. Lots of time a relationship seems to just benefit women and not the men. You know what I mean? Unless he's getting fresh cooking every day, he's able to pound it out when he needs to, and he's able to get the amount of kids he wants. You know what I mean? When especially when she sets the set of rules, how you winning? How you winning? But we still love our queens, but I guess it's just make it fair.
Right. And the
compromise.
And the thing is, Hakeem, I feel like there's some men that might seen this. They say what they said, and some men think they're gonna find this cap. because they used to women, used to women that say that, they want luxury things, take them to, fancy restaurants, you gotta make a certain amount of money to date me anything at this time of 2024. And I think there's some men gonna think like this is super cap, man. And this is not cap. This is not cap. Shout out to Natasha Fisher. She said that's a Caribbean mindset household before individual in the house. Yes, it is. Facts, facts, facts. It's in some of our Black American households too.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the time of area, this time of day, it's our Black American culture, our traditional culture. It's not really shown how it's supposed to be, as in what these two women are saying. But yeah, man, this right here, this, like I said, this warms up my heart. This is how my mindset is. This is how my wife mindset is, and also this is how my family mindset is as well. This to build and everything, and it's really, really lovely to see these women talk about, hey, I got your back, because this is very, very, very important to say that for sure. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Oh, hold on. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that ride or dying is like a form of submission. It's a form of submission. That blindly loving your man, unconditional love, unconditional support.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard them ladies talk, it almost brought tears to my eyes.
I know it would.
It made me realize what I'm lacking in my own life. You know what I mean? As I slowly try to find my happiness, I know what it means. What they was talking about was true love.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, please shower that on me.
And the thing is, Hakeem, they want to be married immediately too.
Oh, they could get the ring all day.
Right. Like I said, I know all the men here, they looking for this. I know they looking for the Instagram or their Facebook. Hey, how can I find these women? They be giving me ASAP.
Basically.
If I'm in a different city, I'll fly over there, or I'll fly you over my city and everything.
Basically.
Let's see how we're gonna work this out.
Basically, they talking about really
and they're
getting
young
in.
too, Hakeem, and they're young women too.
They are.
Young women speaking like that, and it's good to see young women speak like that, because all these women here on that's going viral on TikTok and Instagram, they speak about the opposite, the total opposite.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Dusties. You know what I mean? We're
broke asses.
Broke asses. We're not fit to lead.
Right. If you make 50, 60K, you shouldn't be dating. You broke, you shouldn't be dating.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? When I hear those things, I also look and ask myself, what are we wrong? Because our women never complain on how much we make. The average white man in America makes only $51,000.
Mm-hmm.
He only makes $8,000 more than a Black American man. We make roughly 40 to 46.
And the thing is, it's not really much. If you put take Texas out, it's not much.
No, it's not. After that, everybody's living beneath. So it's like, what do we do? Mm-hmm. Is money that important for love? So do I have to make $100K to tell you what to do, to guide you?
Because I think like Hakeem, when they think about 100K, it's like they think in their mindset, okay, I could do these type of luxury things that I need to do every week or every 2 weeks or anything like that, And the thing is, most millionaires don't do this stuff every week, every 2 weeks and everything. They don't do all that type of things we're talking about.
No,
it's not really superficial like that.
Because they'll go broke fast.
Exactly.
They'll go broke fast. Anybody with real wealth is not taking trips to Dubai every day.
No.
It's not spending hotel rooms that are like $1,000 a night.
Or traveling around the world and everything.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would I even want to go to Dubai when they fundamentally goes with everything we believe here in America?
Right.
Women's rights, respect. You know what I mean? And most of them go there and they become a dumpster dive.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, Hakeem, the average family going on vacation at the max 2 times. I'm gonna give it 3. I'll give it 3. Just to be safe with it. I'll give you 3. And and that third vacation might be and what I mean by their third vacation, Hakeem, they might be in the same state, going to a different city in the same state. That's the state for me. I live in Los Angeles. Maybe I want to go up in the mountains go up to the mountains for like 2 or 3 hours ride for the way. You know what I'm saying? A state stay in vacation. You know, and then like I said, the 2 weeks out of vacation, they might go to maybe a different country or maybe another state or another city like that.
It is expensive, and I think that I hate that social media are promoting traveling and promoting these things that this is a lifestyle a lot of us can afford. If you travel the way you want to travel, you're literally spending tens of thousands of dollars a month.
Right. And the thing is, like for me, Hakeem, is like I said, like for when we take vacations, it's like, you know, we might, like I said, next year I plan to go back to Michigan. You know, I plan on having my my daughter's first birthday in Michigan, majority of family and everything. And then another vacation I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be taking plan on taking a family trip to Orlando. And then another trip I want to do is I want to go back to Hawaii. I want to take my daughter back to Hawaii. Now Hawaii, that's the one that's gonna be very expensive.
Yeah.
Hawaii, and like I said, I don't know if you guys been to Hawaii, but you know the different knowledge. Hawaii is expensive, yo.
Honestly, I can't even spell Hawaii.
It's lovely now. I love it. I want to go back. You know, I want to visit all, you know, majority of the islands and everything. But Hawaii, man, I mean, the time I went, Hakeem, you know, in Maui, it was a good time because remember it was a big fire that happened in the island of Maui.
Yeah.
But it was just it was just in a city. It wasn't a whole island. It was just a city. And at the time, you know, it was getting, you know, it was all national news, and people, you know, stopped going to that island of Maui and everything. And so hotel was, you know, was doing discounts and everything, 20%, 30% discounts, which made it, you know, easier to get like in a very nice resort right by the water and everything. But, you know, without that discount, man, Hawaii, yo, it's lovely. I love it. I want to go back, but yeah, man, it's hella expensive.
You said taking a vacation to in Santee,
South Carolina State
Park. Okay.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like I feel like a lot of people. I feel like as Americans, Hakeem, any American, you know, there's a lot of stuff here in 50 states that we can do here in America. You know, we don't have to really go out of the country, which is nice and everything. But there's so much, you know, nice things, you know, here in America, you know, in Arizona, you know, in Utah, you know, it's nice mountains and everything. Washington or Oregon State and everything. You know, every state has some type of treasure that we should like and everything. And I feel like, you know, as American, we should visit more states. You know, it'll save us much money and everything. And, you know, and really visit, you know, see what we have here in the United States. You know, that's why, you know, I want to go back to Hawaii as a state. You know, I would like to go to Alaska one time, see how that is and everything. You know, they have cruises up in Alaska. A lot of people don't know. You can take a cruise up there during the summertime. It's just really, really nice. You know, the water, the mountains and everything, you know, or go down the Mississippi River. See how the Mississippi River, that's what I want to do. You know, go down all the way from Minnesota to all the way to New Orleans, go all the way down to New Orleans, going on the ferry, going down the Mississippi River. That's something to do. I'm just saying. It's a lot of things in America. A lot of things in America that, you know, that's might have a luxury thing. You know, I know, you know, it's big to travel out of the country, which is cool, but here in the United States, we have a lot of things here in the United States as well.
Definitely.
Sir. All right, but other than that, any final comments before we jump to the next topic?
No.
Okay, on to the next topic. Oh, now this topic right here, I saw this over the weekend. You know, this came out Friday, but we had time on Friday because we had a debate. But this right here, me and you came here, we gonna definitely have to talk about, because I know we both will have a problem with this. So a biological father was so upset with a stepfather because the stepfather told him to get his hair cut, which is not a big thing, and the biological father was so pissed off at the stepfather because he feels like that quality time is taken away from him of, you know, him getting a haircut. He could do it for himself and everything. And he was, and the thing is, Hakeem, he was acting super duper emotional as hell, making a big old scene in that barbershop, which is crazy. Other than that, Hakeem played it clever, and after that, we're gonna chop it up.
Should I say all boy? Ain't not shit. That's my motherfucking son.
World Star.
That's my motherfucking. You don't got no business. Hey, barbershop. I told you that. I told you that shit. 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 It's your first. Hey, let me go ahead and call this mama real quick, and we go ahead and get to the bottom of it. Are you going? You do that, and she better say the right shit, because if she don't, I'm about to get you swinging in this. On God, yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
I'm trying to poke you, man.
Yo. Hey, that's not answering the phone, huh? Hey, that's probably well, I thought ass.
Hey, bro. Man.
Like I told you, get him out your phone. That's not your motherfucking son. That's my motherfucking son. This you want to be Russell Wilson so motherfucking bad. This you want to be Russell Wilson so bad. Well, you don't even got to Sierra. Hey, bro, you going to them? Hey, bro.
Need all this little play.
Hey, she said I answered the phone, huh? Hey, bro, all right. I'm really showing you. You're going to yeah, all right. Out here. Hey. Like I said, watch your motherfucking son. Ain't your motherfucking son. Hold on. Hey, Keisha. Hey, Keisha. Hey. She up in here trying to take Sean with him.
Let me get a little closer.
What? You ain't taking her nowhere until you pay your child support. What? Child support? That little bitty ass shit, I can pay that shit right now on God. Do it then. Child support. Shit out your ass. Do it. Hey, take that aside, man. Hey, Keisha gonna really let this disrespect me in front of my mother son? With your thought ass?
Yeah. Oh, man.
Hey, call that. Hey, I'm getting my motherfucking son. We going. Hey, Mike, I appreciate you, but I need my son. Hey, let's wrap this shit up. I need my motherfucking son, man.
All right, bro.
Give me my motherfucking son. Hey, don't kill my son no more. I'm gonna slap the shit out your ass. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Come on, like shit, man.
Yeah, all right. Let's go. All right.
Man, you gonna let him take him like that? Come on, Russell. Was you letting him take?
Hey, man, it's his son. I'm gonna go ahead. I ain't trying to fight.
Oh, man, this man.
Man, that's crazy.
It is.
That's crazy.
Go ahead, Ronnie. If you want to go ahead, man, go ahead.
No, but that one right there. See, this is why I have an issue when it comes to dating single mothers, especially when they're in their young age like that. Because then you're gonna deal with guys like that don't understand the game. Okay, if I'm dating your girl and you're not doing your responsibility as a man, is it my responsibility to take care of your son at that point in time? Hakeem and Jordan? Because he's not doing his job. Should the kids suffer? Like Hakeem always says, should the kids suffer from the other parents not taking on the lack of responsibility? Now, don't get me wrong. If I'm dating a single mom, I ain't gonna lie to you. I am gonna look out. But stuff like getting the child haircut done, stuff like that, that's why I don't do that. I don't do that. Because you got guys like that will go crazy because he felt to do his job as a father to take his son to the barbershop. Go ahead, Hakeem. Your take on it. I just want to know your thoughts on it. Go ahead.
So this is why I don't mind dating single mothers, but I have parameters, and this is why they won't date me. That would have never happened under my tenure and my rule. This is why you got to be careful who you have kids with. If you're going to trip like this, it's cheaper to keep her. Or make sure you pick the right person you have a kid with. If you didn't fight to stay in a relationship, you shouldn't be fighting when somebody else want to stay in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, if he taking him to go get a haircut, that must mean you're lacking at your job as a father. How long did you wait for him so the stepdad had to take the light-skinned boy?
Exactly. And then he got upset about it. I'm like, bro, you're not doing your job.
No, you're not. You know, it kind of makes him look like it kind of is like an ego thing too. And it made him feel insecure. Like somebody else is taking care of your responsibilities. This is why if a woman ever get with me, Your kid's last name gotta change. Like, if you want me to be with you and you got kids, your kid's last name gotta change. I have to feel like they belong to me so nobody can tell me nothing what I want to do. That would have never happened. All I would have just popped an ID out or put a birth certificate out. Like, come on.
And the thing is, you guys, I don't know you heard the video when the stepfather was calling the girlfriend and everything, and the girlfriend was explaining to the baby father, it's like, yo, you're not taking care of your responsibilities, yo. You still haven't paid the child support. And then he got upset. It's like, oh, that little bitty child support, I'll pay easy and everything. That's just telling you, sir, you're not doing your job and everything. The basic things you need to do of core parenting when it comes to child support, pay your child support. Plan on, when you can, see the kid can stay over your house, or you get the kid, have a plan about, how many days the kid's gonna stay at her house and your house and everything. And, for him to be, upset about it and, you're not doing your responsibilities, but, the stepfather is doing what he needs to do and everything, it shouldn't be a problem. It just tells you, like I say, your ego is hurt. There's a man a man is doing the responsibility that you're supposed to do. And the thing is, and when he's doing it, you have a problem with it. And to me, when it comes to stuff like this, he should be talking about to the stepfather and say, hey, man, I really appreciate what you did and everything. I know I wasn't there and everything, but I really appreciate you that you do this for me. Simple as that. That type of stepfather should be praised and everything. And I think I feel sorry for the son, because he's watching that. He's watching it while he's getting his haircut and everything. The stepfather and the biological father always go at it and everything. That's not good to see. That could be very confusing to the boy. Very confusing, and he's going to remember that. So the biological father, he need to watch what he's doing of not making a scene in a barbershop and stepping up to the stepfather. It's like, you say, don't ever take my son out there again. I'll slap you. I'll slap the stuff out of you. Like, no, man, that's not how you take care of stuff. You don't put your chest up and say don't touch your son like that, because and the thing is, I bet you that son would talk about how my stepfather is doing so much things, and my dad, you're not doing enough. I bet you that he heard that from his son somehow, some way, and that's how he feeling. That's why he was feeling some type of way like that, and that's why he was, being super emotional again at the stepfather, because he's doing the things that the biological father should be doing. And the thing is, sir, it is not too late. You could step up. Instead of being better of your baby mom and stepfather, how about you step your ass up, do what you need to do, pay your child support, talk to the baby mama, and see what we could do. Make a schedule of, when can I take him, when I could take him, get his haircut, when can I take him to school and everything. The basic things he needs to do so you can help raise your child together, because what you're doing right now is you're making you're making it dysfunctional for your son, and you're making it dysfunctional for the stepfather, and you're making it dysfunctional for the baby mother. And this does not look good. And we see this, in our community, especially in the hood like that. We've seen this a lot. And the thing is, it's like, it needs to be stopped, and we need to learn how we help each other, because it's not about you, sir. It's about your son. Raise your son for the next generation. Simple as that. But the thing is, you're making it about you, and your ass is selfish as hell, and and your ego showing everything, and make you look like a little bee. Simple.
Facts. Shout out to the lovely Sophia Grace that's in the building. She Rising Soul, guys. Make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to her channel. Now that, shout out to the mother, the lovely Natasha Vincent is also in the building, and also my big boy Y High is also in the building. Thank you guys so much for always coming through and showing us some love and some support. We really do greatly appreciate that. But that's the thing I'm saying, Jordan. That's why I always got upset. The simple fact is, like, some guys come and they try to be stepdad, and then when they're trying to do their job the right way, then you have the father coming in getting upset because he felt doing his job as a father. Like, man, like, come on, man. Like, if your son's getting well taken care of, you're not taking on the responsibility, appreciate that stuff, father, man. You doing what you got to do to make sure your son is straight, because you feel your job as a man to take care of your own responsibility. Shout out to Liberated Soul, that's also in the building.
Facts, Ronnie, man. And the thing is, you're like I say, you're helping your community out. You're both. It's like you having a helper of co-parenting. You have another father stepping up so you can help helping your son to see basic things of what a man needs to do and everything. You know, to me in that situation, you know, he has 2 fathers and everything. He can brag about both of the fathers that helping you out and everything, instead of him seeing 2, you know, stepfather, biological father jumping at it all the time every time they see each other, when a stepfather's doing something right for the child and you not doing anything. You know, it just sucks, man, especially doing it in a barbershop with all men there. It's like, because one of the barbers said, man, take that outside, yo. Don't bring it in here, you know. Take it outside, talk about it man to man, and the stuff that you do like, you don't like, and see how we can address it, and see how we can plan this stuff. Point blank, period.
Now that, but shout out to Joshua, who's also in the building, man. Josh, I really appreciate you, man. You over there showing a lot of people love, man. Really do greatly appreciate it, man. Thank you for blessing us with on the panel, man. Really appreciate it. Go ahead, Akeem. You was going to say something?
I was going to say, nah, I was just agreeing with y'all.
Okay. All right, then on to the next topic. Okay, we're going to talk about the main topic. As you see guys up there, we're going to talk about Donald Trump. So on Friday, we did our deep dive. We did a reaction to the debate of him and Joe Biden and everything. We talked about who won the debate. And, you know, and after that, you know, remember, you know, Donald Trump was guilty last month in New York for 34 counts of, you know, with the Stormy Daniels situation and everything. And I think this month, well, yeah, it's July. This month, you know, he was supposed to be convicted and everything. Now, according to today, the Supreme Court ruled that Trump has immunity for official acts. And now here's what happened next. I'm gonna read an article from CBS News. So the Supreme Court on Monday ruled that former president are entitled to immunity from federal prosecution for official acts. A landmark decision that has major ramifications for former President Donald Trump. The ruling dealt primarily with the special counsel Jack Smith case against Donald Trump in D.C., while the court's 6-3 decision made some specific determinations about what conduct alleged in Smith's indictment cannot be brought to trial. The majority left met much of the decision make up to U.S. District Court Judge Tanya Chutkan, I'm sorry, I'm butchering her name, who is overseeing the case. The judge had decided that whether much of the alleged conduct in an indictment was official or unofficially in nature. Trump, let's see. The Supreme Court declined to dismiss the entirety of the Smith case against Trump in Washington, where he is charged with 4 counts stemming from a conduct after the 2020 election. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So basically, you know, since he was president, former president, he has immunity to any acts, which I'm not surprised something's gonna happen. But other than that, we do have a clip to show you guys. I'm going to get in a little deep dive of Donald Trump, that is him being immunity. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
I know you've been listening to this decision. What have we heard?
We have. Of course, this is not a thumbs up, thumbs down. This is a complicated decision. We just got it here. It's an opinion from Chief Justice John Roberts, finding that former presidents are entitled to absolute immunity for official acts, but not for unofficial acts. So what does that translate to? Well, this is something we saw that was sort of signaled in oral argument, because what this means is that the former president cannot be prosecuted for anything that was officially part of his job when he was in office. And that's significant because even his own lawyers conceded during oral argument that not everything that is alleged in this indictment was an official act. So now the question is, what does the special counsel do here? He could potentially try to cull down this indictment to a more narrow one, just focusing on unofficial acts, and then try to proceed with this case. Still an open question, though, about whether even a slimmed down case could go before the election. 3 reasons for that. One, the judge overseeing this, Judge Tanya Chutkan, she has a signaled that the lawyers should get some lead time on this. I mean, we're a couple months out from the election. The idea of putting the Republican candidate for the presidency on trial, where he would have to be in court months, weeks before the election, that's something that would likely have us right here again before the Supreme Court. Also, the Attorney General, unlikely to allow something to go ahead that quickly, but we'll see. But right now, this decision, the Supreme Court finding that former presidents are entitled to absolute immunity for official acts, but not for unofficial acts. This opinion, very, very long. It's going to take us a while to get through everything.
Right now, I'm looking at an excerpt from the Roberts written decision. He says, quote, Trump asserts a far broader immunity than the limited one we have recognized, meaning the court. The text of the clause provides little support for the absolute immunity claim that Trump asserts. So they're rejecting that. But in essence, all of the details as to the allegations made, the accusations made in the Jack Smith indictment of Donald Trump, not all of them, but many of them, the court is saying, we are sending this back to the district court. They have to decide whether Trump's communications with the American people, calling them to rally to the Capitol on January 6th, and everything that happened after that, the disruption of the counting of the electoral votes, the sham electors scheme, all of that, whether or not that's an official act, has to be determined by the U.S. District Court. And Ellie Honig, you were saying what's most significant about that is the U.S. Supreme Court could have said, we're remanding this to the district court, to the lower court, and whatever they say goes, and we will uphold that. They didn't say that.
Exactly. To the contrary. This case will not go before the election. It will not be tried before the election, and here's why. Supreme Court has just said there is such thing as criminal immunity. The test, as we anticipated, is essentially official acts versus unofficial acts. We're sending it back to the district court, and this is an important detail, the court says several times, whatever the district court finds can be appealed before trial. Jack Smith had made an argument of, well, maybe the district judge, the trial judge, can work it out and send it to the jury, and then the jury can separate official from unofficial acts. Several times in this opinion, the Supreme Court, the majority, says explicitly whatever the judge decides about what's official or unofficial, what's immune or not immune, that can be appealed back up. 0% chance that happens before November.
So why do that? I mean, if they are saying, hey, we're the U.S. Supreme Court and we're going to have the final say on this no matter what, why not just make it clear? Everything's delineated in the indictment. Why not just make it clear? And if Judge Chutkan decides X, Y, or Z, we will agree with that. Why not just be explicit?
Because the Supreme Court, they're in a court of appeals, they want to see a record. Right. And I think, with Judge Chutkan just kind of dismissing out of hand all conduct whatsoever, the president has no immunity for all criminal conduct, for any criminal conduct. They've gone back and said, no, you need to go look at this and then come back to us based upon what we've said in this opinion.
And the other thing is, it's the right and rules governing when and how to appeal aren't set in stone or aren't entirely clear. And I think they felt some need to delineate that this is an appealable order. They aren't always. And sometimes some things you have to wait to appeal until the end of a trial. They're giving whoever it is, and probably Trump, the opportunity to appeal during trial.
Well, let me ask you, do you think that if Judge Chutkan had ruled differently initially and said, basically closer to this, the conversations with the Justice Department are clearly official acts, I'm not going to count them, but the other ones, like if there had been a less of a sweeping, of course he can be indicted on any of this stuff, ruling by Judge Chutkan, would this not have been ended up where it was today? Did she open the door for a decision like this?
She did. I think Judge Chutkan's going to have a lot of regret. When she issued her opinion, it just said there's no such thing as automatic immunity for everything a president does his whole 4 years. When I was reading that, I said, okay, where's Part B? I expected Part B to be, and I find, having reviewed the record and reviewed the documents, and I find that even if there is such thing as immunity, he was outside the scope. And by the way, that's what the Court of Appeals did on their ruling. The problem is, as Jim was saying, the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court, they're not fact finders. This can only be done at the district court level. And so I suspect Judge Chutkan is feeling some regret. It wasn't like it was some leap of logic that she should do that. This happens. There are hearings. For example, in the Georgia case, Mark Meadows is trying to get his case moved over to federal court. The question there is almost the same thing. Was Mark Meadows in or out of the scope? You know what the federal judge did there in Georgia? He held a hearing. Mark Meadows testified. He said, I find, based on this hearing, you're outside the scope. If Judge Chutkan had done that, we'd be in a very different position.
Where I don't agree with that, though, is that either of the parties would have had an opportunity to appeal the portion of that opinion that they did not agree with, because it would have been somewhat of a split the baby gobbledygook that they would have had a right to appeal. You can't tell me that either Jack Smith or Trump's team would not have attempted to take it up, and the Supreme Court would have created similar gobbledygook.
But we would have had an answer right now. Well, if she'd already done the hearing, we'd know right now.
They would have gone up to the Supreme Court, though, and I think
we'll never know. This is on Earth.
This
is on Earth too. All I can tell you is, having been covering the U.S. Supreme Court and they're just to go back to Bush v. Gore.
Yeah.
The reason that the conservative court in Bush v. Gore was able to do what they did is because the Florida Supreme Court let them.
Yeah.
The Florida Supreme Court made so many bad decisions and bad rulings, it was easy for the U.S. Supreme Court to come in and say, no, stop the count.
Yeah, what's interesting here, and there's a great line, I'm skimming it very quickly, in Justice Sotomayor's dissent, where she says, the majority pays lip service to this idea that the president is not above the law, and then in effect says that for certain official acts, the president is in fact above the law. It's how do you sort out what this actually means?
Let's do that right now, because in the oral arguments, there were certain examples that were given. Let's explore a couple of those and what today's decision means. The first one was raised by Justice Sonia Sotomayor back in, was this April? What about getting SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival? Let's roll that tape.
If the president decides that his rival is a corrupt person and he orders the military or orders someone to assassinate him, is that within his official acts that for which he can get immunity?
It would depend on the hypothetical, but we can see that could well be an official act.
That was a stunning moment in April. Did the court just say, yeah, you can assassinate a political rival?
No, I don't think they did. That's a ridiculous answer by Donald Trump's team, a dangerous and reckless answer. One really important thing, the basis for Donald Trump's legal argument that maybe he can order an assassination and still be okay is this preposterous argument that they offered below, that, well, a president can only be indicted if he's first impeached by the House and convicted by the Senate. The Supreme Court explicitly rejected that argument. They said impeachment has nothing to do with this. That's not the test.
To your question, Jake, someone's got to decide what's the official act, right? And the challenge here, and this was what Sotomayor was getting at in her point, somebody has to make the call as to whether even the preposterous SEAL Team 6 example falls under the ambit of official acts, and that's litigation in months in court.
No, agreed. I think that's something that will have to be decided by the trial court if we were faced with that preposterous type of scenario, no doubt about it.
Jamie.
I just have a quick question for the lawyer. So one of the big concerns is getting evidence out in front of voters before November. We now don't think a trial
We're not gonna get it.
is possible.
No.
Stop that, Ken.
Is it possible? One lawyer just...
Yeah, Kim. So looks, hey man, a lot of people don't want him in office. I know States was trying the best way he can, and and with the January 6th situation, the Supreme Court has given him immunity about official acts against some immunity. It's like Trump's getting more and more power. While the election is almost very, very close, 4 or 5 months away and everything. Go ahead, Hakeem, man. What's your take?
I think this is you want to know. So there was a lot of points that I was getting with. No man should have too much power.
Mm-hmm.
And they're trying to define what he did was wrong in there. Let's be real about it. Everybody can agree a lot of that was kind of like goofy.
Yeah.
But I just hope that if excuse me, damn. I just hope that I see him beating this. I see him beating this, and the more that they attack him, the more that it makes him more of a martyr. So it's like, I don't know how they're gonna go about this. You know what I mean? He said we're about to have a dictatorship, not good. I understand that we're in a dictatorship now, Sophia Grace. Biden promised us a whole bunch of things, erasing the student loans and all these other things, and he has yet to do this. Everything he's promised, he has yet to do. He does what typical politician does. It ain't, and we're in no better place. It's the lessons of two evils. You know what I mean? Like, so just think about it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Hakeem. It's just when Supreme Court is giving immunity like that, it just shows that, like, wow. I mean, you know, the Supreme Court, you know, this is the first time I've seen, you know, a president or a former president get some type of immunity like this to help, you know, when it comes to cases with the January 6th and other cases that's been getting with him, you know, in other states and everything. You know, they finally put this out. It's like, hey, you know, since he was a former president, you know, he does have some immunity on certain things and everything. And with that it's like, you know, I didn't hear about that with, you know, with Bill Clinton. You remember he was, you know, had sexual relations with that one chick and everything, and a lot of people wanted to impeach him and everything. I don't remember, you know, reading or hearing about, you know, Supreme Court, you know, giving immunity for certain acts like that. Only with Donald Trump and everything, you know, it makes me think, you know, just a little bit more. But other than that, you know, if it's in the Constitution, you know, Real Pookie said the Constitution gives him immunity from lawful acts as president. He was impeached twice. The Constitution also doesn't protect when doing wrong. Facts, Pookie. So yeah, that's really cool. I hear what you're saying. But yeah, if it's in the Constitution, you know, and you know, and he has to rule it and everything, and you know, and give him immunity like that, I think it's totally fine like that. But if the Supreme Court judge does it to Donald Trump, you know, if we have any future presidents, you know, while we're still living, you know, if he did maybe some heinous things that less or more heinous things that Donald Trump did, and for instance, you know, a president, he wins the first election, and then he loses the second election, and he got through some things similar to Donald Trump and everything. I just hope, you know, in next 20, 40 years, if there's a president has a similar situation with Donald Trump, they'll do the same thing for that president or former president as well. But yeah, and this just tells me, like, you know, Trump ain't going anywhere. You know, New York trying to get him. Like I said, federal was trying to get him. Georgia's trying to get him. Florida's trying to get him. And you know, and he's keep coming. And how we saw in the debate, you know, Joe Biden had his shot, and to me, you know, Joe Biden's like he had dementia sometimes. Sometimes he was doing this. I was like, it's like should he be president still?
Tell me about it.
Like, yo, it's like you hear Donald Trump, he's clear club when he's talking about, you know, some stuff you might agree or disagree with everything, but you can hear him talk. We hear Joe Biden and everything. You hear him slaughtering like that, and talk about, you know, we beat healthcare all the time. It's like, we didn't beat healthcare. What the hell are you talking about? You know, and the thing with Joe Biden is like, you know, for me, you know, he's not fit to be president. You know, I personally believe there's something wrong with him mentally. Might be dementia and everything. It might come out if let's say if he passed away, and you know, there might be documents like you said, when Joe Biden was president, when Joe Biden was president, you know, he did have, you know, dementia or something like that, allegedly or something like that. It might come out, but yeah, man, how he's looking right now, you know, I can see Trump winning this thing, you know, because this look, man, he just kind of immunity, you know. I mean, that doesn't, like I say, it might be coincidence or whatever, yo, but it's just show. It's like, you know, whatever you're trying to do, you know, try to keep this man down, he gonna find a way to he got immunity. He gonna find a way to say, hey, you know, I'm still running and ready, and we're gonna get ready for it. Ready for being president again, you know. And like I said, I I can't wait to see who his vice president is going to be. I don't know when he's going to announce that. Hopefully he announced it before his second debate with Joe Biden, and which is, I think it's September, something like that. But yeah, man, John, like I said, how it's looking right now, Donald Trump ain't going anywhere, and he's going to be there all the way to November when the election starts, November 3rd. Hakeem, man, you ever see something like this, man?
Not in my whole life. I've never seen nothing like this before, and it's just comical to me to see like this is a whole minstrel show that's going in front of us. You know what I mean? But hey, what do we do? This is why it's important for a lot of y'all to get out there and vote and know what we do. But anyway, nobody else even wanted to run for president, and the people who wanted to run got knocked out. So what we supposed to do? We have to pick the lesser of two evils.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right about that. You know, it doesn't go into political stuff. You know, when you see about, you know, you go look at sports, NFL football, but you see certain situations, certain NFL players might be in trouble, and it might be a superstar, something like that. You know, sometimes they don't get maybe suspended a couple games or so. They might get heavy fine like that. So yeah, man, how you right about that? You know, law only works if you don't have no money or you don't have no power. But if you have a lot of money and have a power, you can slither in some things. You can probably bend some things, and you know, and some of the stuff you say, you know, let's just throw this away and everything. Find a way to get out of that. So how you right about that? I definitely agree. Suffice question said, did I say not to do? It's very much the miss of the Democrats for all. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's like I said, it's gonna be very, very interesting coming up with the election, man. So I can't wait for the next debate, and I can't wait who Donald Trump vice president is gonna be. It's gonna be something. But other than that, Hakeem, any final thoughts on this topic? Okay. All right, on to the next topics.
Let's go. No, my bad about that.
Oh, go ahead. You said what?
Yeah. So, hey, God bless America.
Like I said, yeah, we still live in the best country in the world, period.
Best, no matter how bad you think.
Yeah.
And Sapphire, I know you say it's going to get worse. It's worse in other places. Yeah. It's worse in other places. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And we'll just have to be able to just deal with it.
Yeah, not just deal with it. We what's the word I'm looking for? Plan on it and what's the word? I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, but situations coming this, especially as Black people, we already know what to do. I mean, we've been through troubling time most with this and stuff and everything. So anything happens when it comes to us as Black people, we already know what to do. Mm-hmm. It's like we're survivors. We're gonna survive. We survive. We survive everything. Like I say, anything. Like I say, you beat us with a stick. We're gonna get up on 2 toes. So if the worst come and happen, I guarantee you, me, my wife, my daughter, we'll be ready. We'll be planning. We already know what to do. Simple as that. Simple. All right. Oh, so Safari said something else to you, Hakeem.
He said, Hakeem, that's true. Also, propaganda to keep us from doing better. 100%. But here's the thing, Sapphire. Our country has a history of these type of rulers.
Yeah.
We still have the freedom to do whatever we want on a microcosm level. Yes, from the executive branch and all this is going to affect us in the bottom. But why isn't the Chinese not affected here in this country? Why isn't other groups, the Russians or the Indians, not affected? They know how to maneuver through these political systems. We as Black people don't, because we do not band together and pool our resources and fight power and pay lobbyists and do things that actual groups of people do. If they need a bill to be passed in a certain area and it's 100 Indians there, they're going to put that money up. A lot of y'all forgot what Ron Paul did when he was under Trump tenure. He had passed a law to benefit Irish immigrants. Mm. It went over a lot of people's head. Mind you, he's Irish American.
Yeah.
But that's power. Even in the midst of that. So I want y'all to take a key that. And this is the issue. We looked at Obama like he was one of our people, but he didn't. We should be able to pass laws when. That's why I said we need to practice nepotism. We need to be the spook that sat behind the door. If we vote somebody in, he needs to do sneaky shit and pass laws and bills to put something in. And we push certain people is no. And that's the issue we got now. No, sir.
Yeah,
We are,
I agree with you, RT. Nepotism and stand on it. Stand on it 100. Don't budge. And we have the power to do that. Don't budge. Oh, shout out to Lower Spark Protein. Shout out, he's in the building. Shout out to Lower Spark Protein. We see you.
Hey, where you been?
Yeah, man. Good to see you, man. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. All right, let's go on to the next topic. So, this is trending. So, Rick Ross, he was performing in Canada. I think it was in Vancouver and everything. And also he played Kendrick Lamar's song "They Like Not Us." Some people thought he was trolling, and some Canadian people had a problem with it. And so while he was leaving the stage, so a couple of Canadians, went to talk to him about it and everything. And after that, he got into a physical altercation and everything, and it went viral. It was on TMZ, World Star, and everything, and it went viral and everything. And and some people thinking like, is it a Canada versus America thing? Because with the beef with Kendrick Lamar and Drake and everything, with the when they like not they not like us, is one of the biggest hits on the summer and everything. And Natasha, up in your neck of the woods, Rick Ross got jumped by some Canadians and everything. So we do have a clip. We do Hakeem, on the clip I sent you, play the second clip first. It should be clean because you don't see no fighting. And after that, 50 Cent, he talked about he had his 2 words about Rick Ross, because 50 Cent loves to troll about Rick Ross, especially stuff like this. So go ahead, Hakeem, play the clip, and after that we'll chop it up.
Hey guys, I just saw a very unfortunate situation that took place in Canada, and I wanted to say to everyone, that I hope that brother made it home safely. I hope that he now has a different perspective and a better sense of what to do and what not to do while you're out in the world. That part where the young guy went he did this little move and shit and got knocked the fuck out, right there. That does not reflect him. That reflects his camp, and he might need to go get the Dream Chasers or the 305 Killers. Hey guys, I just saw a very unfortunate situation that took place in Canada, and I wanted to say to everyone.
So other than that, I do have more information about the situation too, and not just the 50 Cent, and also with the Rick Ross and Drake situation too. So earlier today, with the situation happened, Drake made a comment. I think this was on his Instagram. He said, "Custom design, fine rhymes into salary, all the way from T Dot to the Van City of All Stars." And then after that, when Rick Ross' baby mama replied, say Drake, and then he replied back, my goat and everything, just to stir some waters, with Rick Ross' baby mama, Tia Kemp. You guys don't know about Tia Kemp, she went kind of viral with, about Rick Ross, not take care of his child and everything, and she went viral from that situation and everything.
Hanging with 50 Cent.
Yeah, hanging with 50 Cent. And then I think on Father's Day, this happened on Father's Day, where Rick Ross said, I think he was playing his last child support payment to Tia Kemp, and he was celebrating that. And Tia Kemp had a big problem with that, and she responded to that. And also, when Rick Ross saw the comment that he made with Drake and his baby mama, Rick Ross responded back to Drake saying pedo versus granny. Pedo versus granny, meaning, you know, Drake is a pedo, which, you know, we heard it from Drake. I mean, Kendrick Lamar's They Like Not Us, you know, he like mess with, you know, allegedly likes to mess with young women, young girls, and calling his baby mama and granny because he's too old and everything. And this is, like I said, this is getting messy and everything. But going back to the Rick Ross in Canada, you know, him trolling with They Like Us and everything. Do you think Rick Ross was trolling Canadians about the They Like Not Us? That's why he got jumped, Hakeem?
Yes. Let me tell you something, and that was the worst thing he can ever do. You on somebody else's block. You could pull that in Miami, not in Canada. Drake is the biggest star in Canada, bar none. The second is Tory Lanez, and he's locked up. How stupid can you be to be playing a song to antagonize him and don't think that fans are going to run up on you? Those wasn't his goons. Those were fans. Fans who jumped at him. Like, so it's crazy. Mm-hmm. So I just think, like, it is what it is, you know what I mean, with him. And I still think he shouldn't even got himself into the beef. It didn't even make sense.
Yeah, and the thing is about it, Hakeem, is like, you know, I think he wanted to get into it at first, you know, when it first started, you know, J. Cole was in it and everything. And with Rick Ross, he was in it too. But he came out of this crap, but it was so whack and everything. And, you know, and since, you know, Kendrick Lamar and Drake, you know, went at it and everything. And then Kendrick Lamar ended with They Like Us, which is still the biggest song in the summertime, especially Hill, California and everything. You know, and the thing is, like, Canada, the whole country, you know, they love some Drake. They think Drake is the GOAT. It's the GOAT of hip hop. That's what Canada thinks about Drake and everything. And to Rick Ross to play this in Vancouver, not in Toronto, Vancouver, to play that in Toronto, in Vancouver, and think people are not going to be upset with that. You know, as an American, you know, the Canadians gonna think, yo, man, why you playing that, man? Why you trolling us like that? And you know, it turned, and there's some Canadians that they got turned up, and they went to press Rick Ross, and it turned into an altercation and everything. So that just tell me, Rick Ross, man, you're not welcome to come to Canada now. Since that situation and everything, you know, it's because what you did and everything, you know. Any other rappers from America went up there, they're not gonna do that troll like that, because, you know, the beef is still live and living, you know, with this song They Like Not Us and everything. But yeah, man. But other than that, yo, man, I think, you know, Rick Ross, he want to slime his way somehow to get into the beef, you know, because I think he still don't like Drake and everything. But at the time, and the thing is, I don't get this, Hakeem, you know. Why would you do that? You know, back, you know, 5-10 years ago, him and Drake made some hits with each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They made some good hits. With DJ Khaled?
Yeah, Stay Scheming.
Yep.
He had some bangers.
It had some bangers. And some bangers. But, you know, now, you know, times have changed. We're in 2024 now. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, a lot of people, you know, in America, they feel like, you know, with Drake, you know, when Kendrick was really getting that Drake, you know, they just saw him like, yo, you know what? Drake is really, really corny.
He is.
He is, and which he is and everything. And, you know, and Kendrick went bar for bar from him and everything, and he got him. And now, you know, since, you know, now Rick Ross is like the man, you know, okay, let me kick, you know, he's down. Let me keep kicking him down and everything. Even though he's already down, you know, it's like Rick Ross, you want to pour some gasoline and put more fire into it and everything. And you did that all right. And you did that to another country. You got slapped up and popped up and everything. Sometimes, Rick Ross, you got to think, man. When like I said, when it's stuff like this, like I said, you try to get involved in the beef earlier and it didn't work, but you're gonna try to yourself get involved in the beat again, and it got so bad that you got your butt whooped and everything. So Rick Ross, man, you gotta think better, yo. You're gonna jump into somebody's country knowing Drake is the GOAT up there. You know, they love and adore Drake, and they won't play They Like Not Us. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell? That's disrespectful. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Natasha Fisher said all of Canada minus. He said minus love. Yeah. Wait a minute, Natasha, you don't like Drake? Natasha, you don't like Drake like that? Wow. Natasha said, Natasha, you think he's corny as well? Because that's what we feel like. We think he's corny. We think he's corny. He's corny. But other than that, Hakeem, any last thoughts? We go to our final topic.
No.
All right.
I really don't have nothing to say about that, dude.
All right. We're going to the last topic. So we're going to talk. So back in on the presidential debate on with Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the term "black jobs" was trending up of what Joe Biden said. I mean, not Joe Biden, what Donald Trump said. Now, for some people was like, we know he was talking about, and then there are some people, it's like, they felt disrespected that Donald Trump would say stuff like that. But for us, living here in America, like Natasha, we kind of know, like, we live in a hood or certain areas we grew up. We know that when majority of black people work at, if you work at a certain place and everything, where it's majority of black people, we would consider that a black job. We're gonna play a clip about a woman. She went viral, talk about black jobs, talk about what Donald Trump mean by that. And after that, we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about what we consider black jobs here in America. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Let's get it. Black job.
So everybody wants to deflect on Biden and point out the one thing that Trump said in the debate about black jobs. Now, all of us with common sense, the ones that think for ourselves, we know exactly what Trump meant. He meant that illegals are taking jobs away from black people. Duh. It's absolutely hilarious that this is the only thing they can find from Trump's speech when we can find 100 different things from Biden's speech. And there is absolutely a double standard when it comes to Biden talking about race versus Trump. Now, the left always has amnesia, and I have to remind them of what Biden has said in the past. So let me show you this clip of Biden from 3 years ago.
I'll tell you why. Because the American public, the blinders have been taken off. They've all of a sudden seen a hell of a lot clearer. They've seen, geez, the reason I was able to stay sequestered in my home is because some black woman was able to stack the grocery shelf. Or I got...
So why you gotta say black women, Biden? He could have said, nice Americans or essential workers were stocking the shelves. Why are you implying only black women stock the shelves, Biden? The next thing he's gonna say is, you ain't black if you ain't stocking the shelves. He did get one thing right in that clip. The American people, at least the ones that are free thinkers, the blinders are off and we can see all the lies, every single one, Joe. That's why you're fired. All right, left. Now I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you have to say about what Biden said? And how about you talk about some other points that Biden made in the debate that were horrible? Horrible. He did a terrible job overall, and you guys know it. If you are still committed to Biden after this, your level of stupidity is off the charts, and I am so sorry for you.
Hey, Hakeem, I want to send another I want to send you another video of Joe Biden too. I'm gonna send you another one. You got it?
Yep.
Yeah, play that one too. Hold on, I gotta get my daughter. She up real quick. Go ahead.
And you ain't black.
Joe Biden said if you don't support him, then you ain't black.
That sounds a bit racist.
Well, then I guess I ain't black. I'm green.
Then he's excited that you're going green.
What color got to do with it? I could be purple, orange, whatever.
If you don't love me because I'm black, then you need this.
What a disgusting assertion.
Yeah, I wanted to play that too. I want to play that. But go ahead. Go ahead, Hakeem, man. Let's talk about black jobs. No, we kind of figure, we live in the hood and everything. We know it's in certain stores or certain areas you go to, we can say, hey, a lot of black people work there. Go ahead, Hakeem.
You want to know something? Like, when I look at that, I was just saying, like, I didn't really take it as him being very racial. I didn't know if he was being Pacific. I took it as, hey, there's not already enough jobs as it is. People need to understand, like, black people fill a bunch of different roles, and the roles that are being filled can be taken away if a herd of migrants come in. So I didn't took it as he was saying that we're digging out the dumpsters or we stocking shelves and shit like that. Not a lot of us is doing that. A lot of us don't live in rural areas. So who's working at the Family Dollar in Wisconsin or Idaho or North Dakota? Not us. We're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So I didn't take it as that, but I did. I've had heard disparaging things from Biden throughout the 80s. So I didn't get emotional behind it. I know what it truly meant behind it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Hakeem. And the thing is, like, we live in like urban areas, urban cities, LA, Miami, Detroit, and Dallas, and everything. And if you go to certain stores and everything where it's predominantly black, and you're gonna see that in everything. And what Donald Trump was talking about back in the elections, back about the presidential debate. He's telling people that a lot of migrants are going to these big cities, and going to like black communities. You staying there, living in apartments, living in luxury apartments in some cities like Chicago, New York, and everything. And giving them food stamps and everything. And there's some illegals. They will work at certain places and they get paid under the table and everything. I see that a lot here in LA. It's in certain places, and and what that is, when it comes to black jobs with Joe Biden, what Donald Trump said, I wasn't really offended what he said and everything, because when he said that, I know he was talking about. I definitely know he was talking about. But when it comes to Joe Biden and everything, when he says stuff like that, a lot, like I said, I don't know, for me, I get a little offended sometimes how Joe Biden said, like, with the part he says, if you don't vote for me, you're not black and everything. That pissed me off when he said that. That really did. That really did, because he is the only person who would say that. Even Donald Trump won't say something like that. He might say it maybe in a different tone, but he won't say it like that. I bet you Joe Biden won't say it right now. I bet you won't say this stuff right now.
He won't. He probably don't remember what he said.
And thank you, Stetson. That pissed me off too. You try to get a black folk, you gonna say stuff like that back 2020 and everything. If you don't vote for me, then you're not black. Like, man, please. We still, like I said, Joe, like I said, a lot of people, we still remember that stuff now. We ain't doing that no more. We're not messing with that. We're not. Point blank, period. I'm sorry, man. I'm still kind of pissed off, yo. I just can't wait till the election, yo. Can't wait till the election. I can't wait for the presidential debate and everything. But other than back to the black jobs, like I said, in certain urban areas, like the post office, so or Walmart and everything, there might be a majority of black people working, stocking shelves or work at cashiers or work overnight. I mean, like I said, I know for me, a lot of black people is in, like I said, I've been in, here in LA, working a couple stores, and been in worked in Miami, working a couple shows, and there's a lot of us, like to work overnight because either we had kids or we had 2 jobs or something like that. 2 jobs, to kind of keep, ourselves going, or we have families or anything like that. But other than that, man, a lot of stuff that Joe said in the past, it really kind of pisses some black people off. And right now it's hurting them for the long run. Shout out to Lower Spark Protest said Joe was actually saying, "You ain't my slave." I ain't get that, but it is what it is. Sapphire Gray said it was messed up. He said it that way. It doesn't make it less true. He knows a conservative plan to make America great again and everyone back in place in 1800 style. You know what, Hakeem? I hope the next debate, if they talk about the conservative plan 2025, I want to know what Joe Biden is going to say about that. And I hope they bring up that topic. 'Cause I want to know what Donald Trump says about it, and I want to know what Joe Biden says about that.
No, you're right. You're right. And no, Ashton, I feel like me and Jordan the only one who mad. I was mad too. I didn't like that goofy shit here. I never liked the Joe Biden since the 80s.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, people forget. You know what I mean? Like, he wrote some bills that put a lot of people away. So
yeah, a lot of black people in jail.
So I'm not even really sweating that. I'm really sweating on what we can do as a collective. That's all I care about.
Exactly. And her vice president, she did the same thing. Put a lot of black people away in California too.
Oh my God.
Just saying.
You talking about the Indian lady?
Yes. The Indian lady who was on a commercial on BET saying,
I've been in these streets.
I'll be in these streets. If they're not like us. I want to say the B word so bad. You're not black. What is you doing? I saw that. I said the B word. I said the B word to the TV. I'm like, are you serious?
Hey, you know what's so crazy? She's saying that, but she's from Canada. Right. Yeah, and she's from Canada, and she's Indian. Oh my God.
She pissed me off for saying that. I was like, how dare you try to pander to the black community, the BET Awards and everything, child. Girl, I've been in these streets, and it's true all that, man. Oh my God.
She ain't dating no Montel. Hello.
Shout out to Genesis. I'm no single angel. Shout out to you, Genesis. We appreciate you. Appreciate you. Genesis. I'm sorry, man. Joe Biden and come out. They pissed me off. That's. I'm gonna end the show. I'm getting pissed off.
Yeah, basically.
But other than that, people, thank you guys for coming in the show. Want to I say special thank you for people that's watching us. Shout out to Lower Spark Protein. We really appreciate you. Shout out to Sophia Grace for blessing us. Shout out to Ashton Queens. Remember, after our show, he's going live 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time, and here it will be 5:30 Pacific Time over here. Shout out to Genesis, who's in here. Shout out to Bobby Bryan. Shout out to Natasha Vincent, who's in here. Shout out to Twitch, minus Blood Letta. Oh, that's a troll. Shout out to Keisha Nelson, who's in here. Who else we see? Shout out to Wild High. Shout out to The Real Pookie. Shout out to Kendall. Shout out to Truth. Shout out to Jalen.
Ashton's going live right after us. Everybody head over there.
Shout out to Joshua, who was in the building. Appreciate you blessing us, coming in our present. Who else? Who else was in here?
They like not us.
Shout out to Sherry Bryant once again.
Pretty brown, driving me wild.
Shout out to Jono Hurdom. Who else in there? I think that is
Pretty brown.
For Ryan's on vacation. He was here for a little bit. He's on vacation. He's up in New York. He will be back Wednesday. We'll see. He'll be back Wednesday. We'll see. He said he might or might not. He's 50-50 on that. Oh, shout out to Next Level.
Shout out to Next Level.
Shout out to Next Level. We didn't want to miss you. We didn't want to forget about you. Anybody on Instagram, Hakeem? Or no?
Oh man, it's so many. You know, when they say shout out to Instagram.
Okay, shout out to Instagram, baby. Shout out to Instagram. But that means, guys. Thank you so much. You know, make sure you guys go to Community tab. We got the Chaos Culture Radio t-shirts right here. We got a Chaos Culture Radio hats, as I'm rocking right here. We got a Chaos Culture Radio coffee mug. Good coffee mug. You want to drink coffee, water, beer, wine, liquor, whatever. Get yourself a coffee mug too. And also make sure you guys Hakeem Pope Black Love. It's still on Amazon. Like I said, really appreciate you guys for coming on through. We really do. Like I said, remember guys, like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we always go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 6 o'clock Eastern Time, and it's 3 o'clock here Pacific Time. But that's the Chaos Culture Radio.
We out.